It's my very first Christmas living in New York City, and I'm so excited to explore everything and take you guys along. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Lucia, I'm 25, live alone in NYC, and work a corporate job in advertising, and welcome to my 12 days of Vlogmas in New York City. Literally 38 degrees outside and drizzling, and the sun hasn't come up yet. So I think I'm gonna wear my mega parka today. This is my first time, but I think I need it to make it to this solid core class. By first time, I mean like first time this season. It's a little extreme, but I'd rather be warm. Time for a workout. Did it, guys. Getting here was tough. I'm so cold, but it was a good workout. Made it back home. Happy Vlogmas Day 4. Oh my gosh. I am microwaving some water to make some tea this morning. Let's go ahead and unbox Day 4 of my advent calendar. Blueberry Merlot. This sounds really interesting. It says, an award-winning herbal blend with sweet berries and savory sage. I'm very intrigued by this. This sounds really good. Since I don't drink, it's fun having teas that are kind of cocktail energy. Let's wait for this to steep. Today, I'm volunteering with God's Love We Deliver, which is an organization that basically helps supply meals to those with chronic illnesses that are unable to cook for themselves. They do this all year round, but obviously during the holidays it's a special time to give holiday specific meals, since so many people associate just having a good, delicious, whether it's a traditional or non-traditional meal with the holidays, surrounded by people that you love. I'm really excited. This is my first time volunteering with God's Love We Deliver. I know it sounds like it's based in a specific faith because the organization has the word God in it. It's actually a secular organization, so it's not affiliated with any sort of faith-based group, and I've just heard a lot about them just from being in New York, honestly. I think I saw Sarah Jessica Parker was on board or was giving a speech at one of their galas or something, and then I just learned about their mission and I was like, oh, this is really something I would love to be involved with, because as someone that has a chronic condition, celiac, knows how difficult it can be if you have like a specific diet that you're trying to adhere to, or if you're just experiencing symptoms, obviously on a much smaller scale than the clients of God's Love We Deliver, but I feel like I just have empathy for people going through that situation. So I thought this would be a really cool organization to volunteer for. Growing up, volunteering and giving back was honestly one of the biggest parts of the holiday season. I feel like my family really instilled that in me growing up. We would always go volunteer somewhere or just give back to the community in some way. And then in high school, I went to a Catholic Jesuit high school in Louisiana, and there were just like always volunteer things throughout the entire year, but especially during the holidays. There's this big organization at my high school where we would basically put together meal kits, so kind of the same sort of thing, for people in need in the community around the holiday time, so that they had everything that they needed to make a good Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner. And yeah, I feel like as an adult, sometimes there's less opportunities to volunteer. Sometimes with my corporate job, there are opportunities, and I know a lot of companies have this program where you get like one day a year where you can get PTO specifically to volunteer. So definitely look into that if your company has that. But yeah, I feel like sometimes as an adult and having adult responsibilities and bills to pay and stuff, it can be easy to lose sight of giving back during the holiday season. I feel like I'm so focused on, okay, I got like my Vlogmas content. Obviously it's a really big, busy time of year in the advertising industry, so everything is just busier than usual. Plus, I want to get gifts for loved ones in my life. It just feels like there's so much going on, a lot more travel than usual, and it can be hard to remind yourself with all of that going on how important it is to give back to your community. So I just wanted to put this on my calendar and do it this December because I think it's so important. So I'm gonna have a nice little morning, get some work done, and then we're gonna walk over to God's Love We Deliver. My shift is from 9 to 12, and I'm basically working in their fulfillment center, which is basically just getting these meals ready to go. They said to come super warm, so to like bring a hoodie or a sweatshirt. They're gonna have you wear like a hairnet and gloves and all of that once you get there. So I think it's gonna be very like, I don't need to be glam for this, which is kind of nice, especially since it's freezing outside and I'm gonna walk to Soho. I know this sounds kind of cheesy, but there's so many things that are fun about Christmas time. There's obviously all of these cool activities I'm doing in New York. There's presents. There's just so much consumerism around the holiday. And whether or not you're religious or not, I think Christmas time is just about the spirit of giving and community and love. And there are so many people out there that need help or just need support during this time. And there's so many organizations that are facilitating that, but they need support to carry out their mission. So let this be your sign. If you haven't signed up to volunteer, give back, donate in some way this holiday season, I'm gonna take a shower and then we'll make a little breakfast, have a nice little slow morning in the apartment, get some work done, and then head up to my shift. Wait, I almost forgot. My tea is probably ready. I feel like I've been yapping for so long. It has to be ready by this point. Cheers, you guys. Wow, okay, this is really strong. Very blueberry-y. I really like this one. This one honestly kind of tastes like a nice cider. It's really giving warm cocktail energy for dessert. Like, this is amazing. Best way to start my day. Also, I don't think I introduced myself, but if you're new, I'm Lucia. I'm 25. This is my studio apartment. I live alone in New York City. And yeah, I'm doing these 12 days of Vlogmas in New York since it's my first Christmas in New York City. So subscribe so you don't miss all of those. And I'm also doing a giveaway for every single Vlogmas video. So stay tuned till the end. I will share all of the details for today's giveaway. So let's shower and get ready. Okay, that time went by so fast. I was just getting today's video up and ready, and it's time to go. I was gonna have my coffee here, but I really don't have time to drink it here, so I'm just gonna take it to go. And I'm so excited. I just put on this red hoodie, and then I have these leggings from Free People and my Uggs. Since it's still pretty cold outside, I'm kind of being a baby with bundling up so much, but it's also kind of raining, but it's a light rain, so I'm like, is it worth bringing an umbrella? I don't know, because I do have the hood. I feel like I'll be okay without an umbrella. I hope I don't regret this. But cheers! Let's go head up to God's Love We Deliver. It is in Soho. It's like a 35-minute walk away from me, so I should get there right on time for my shift. But let's have a nice little rainy walk over. I'm so cold. Oh my god. I'm just taking a quick little bathroom break, but it's been so good so far. Basically, when I got here, you just check in and then you watch a little video about the mission, and then they give you some guidelines on food safety, since that's obviously very important. And I've been working in the fulfillment center, which is basically just organizing all of these different meal kits into their respective bags to send off. So I'm not in the kitchen, which I didn't want to do because obviously gluten, although I don't even know if they have gluten because all of the meals are very allergy friendly, but I just wanted to be safe, so we're doing the fulfillment. The meals are already made and packaged, but we're just organizing all the meals into the correct bags based on what the client needs. And it's been good. I'm in a little team of 3, 1 hour down, 2 more to go. We survived. Just did 2 more hours of fulfillment work and I'm feeling so accomplished. I feel like we did so many kits. It was pretty cold in the fulfillment room because you're working with cold food, so the room has to be cold. So I am not gonna be walking home. I am freezing. I have made it back to the warmth. Oh my god, it was not dramatic of me at all to wear my big parka today. It literally is so freezing, and I think the misty rain and cloudy vibes just made it so much colder. My hands are freezing, and also, as I was saying, the fulfillment room that I was in was kind of like a massive fridge. Not quite, because I worked at a restaurant in college, and they have like those massive fridges where you like walk in and get stuff, and it's absolutely freezing. It wasn't quite that level of cold, but it was close to it because we were dealing with a lot of cold food items. Like some of the stuff was frozen and we had gloves on and everything, but you could still feel the coldness of the food, and they wanted to keep the food cold. So they kept the space cold, and then your hands got cold because you were touching the cold food, and then outside is just freezing. And anyway, I need to warm up. So I picked up a nice little meal. This is my comfort meal. It's from Springbone. It's the grandma's chicken and rice. Oh my god, I just love it. It's nice and warm. I feel like this is gonna be my go-to meal this winter. See you later, Sweet Green Harvest Bowl, because I feel like I couldn't have a salad right now. I need something heartier. I'm freezing. That was such a pleasant volunteering experience. I definitely want to continue to go back there because everyone I interacted with was so nice and kind. I mean, it's a massive organization. The amount of orders that they fulfill every day is kind of insane and just truly extraordinary. And you can tell why they're able to keep up with it because their operations are so seamless and everything is so organized. I felt very calm, like everyone had their place. It was very easy to understand what to do. I feel like I've done volunteering situations before where obviously totally understandable, but sometimes it can just be very chaotic and unorganized, which I get because all of these people are volunteering their time and energy. But I was truly astounded by how organized this organization was. So I would definitely recommend if you're in the city to do a shift with them. They have a bunch of different options of things you can do. So I was in fulfillment, which basically meant that, as I was saying earlier, we were putting together these packages for all the clients, and each client has their own dietary needs and things that they need for their package. So each individual package was different. It's not like you're putting the same exact thing in each package. So basically you had to read all of the ingredients that needed to go into that package. They're not really ingredients, they're individual meals. So I was in a team of 3 people and we were each in charge of filling up different things within the bag to make it, again, just more efficient and easy. So I was in charge of putting in the soups, the salads, the adult breakfast entrees, and the milks. They had either non-dairy milk or dairy milk. I felt seen with the almond milk. There were 5 different soup options and 2 different salad options and 2 different breakfast entree options. And they basically had this coding system. So I could easily see, okay, how many of soup number 1, how many of soup number 2, how many of soup number 3, how many of soup number 4, how many of soup number 5. And then the same with the salads, like how many of salad number 1, how many of salad number 2. You guys get what I'm saying. Every combination was different. So it was just a matter of going and getting the ingredients, and then they had this system of how to best bag everything so that nothing would spill or leak or, you know, get crushed based on like what type of entree or container it was. They had that system that they explained when I first got there. It was very easy to pick up on. The first 20 minutes I was a little overwhelmed. I was like, okay, where is everything? And it really did remind me of working in a restaurant kind of, because I did some like bagging when I worked at Luminati's, if you guys remember. What a time. And also like throwing back to having my hairnet and gloves on. I don't think I've worn a hairnet and gloves since I worked at the restaurant. But yeah, it was just a really special time, honestly, because it was so nice to just have 3 hours where you're doing a project with your hands that also involves your mind, because it wasn't really a mindless thing. I know sometimes volunteer shifts can be a bit more mindless. Like I think if you're in the kitchen, you're just kind of scooping over and over again, but this was very much like, okay, you kind of had to use your brain a little bit. Obviously it wasn't hard, but it did require you just thinking about things, which is really nice because it took your mind off of anything else, and I just feel like it was almost like a meditation trying to get all of the things together. It felt like a video game in a way, and also you're just not on your phone for 3 hours, so it was so nice. And then you get to meet other people, so I didn't know anyone. I didn't like sign up with friends or anything, although I think that would be so fun to go with a friend next time, because then you basically just get to chat for 3 hours. But yeah, so you just talk to the people that are on your little team. So it was really cool. I was with 2 other people, and there's so many people from different walks of life there, and it's just fun to connect outside of your little bubble and get to know a stranger for a couple of hours. One of the people in my group was like an older retired woman who lived in Brooklyn, and then the other one was a college student who was from a different country. So it was just so cool to hear about their experiences and their lives and everything. I think it's fun to go with someone you know, but it also is really cool to meet other people and just kind of broaden your, I don't know, circle in the city. Like, I'm probably never gonna see those people again. It's not like we exchanged numbers, but it's just cool to kind of expand your circle a bit and get to know other people in the community that you wouldn't have met otherwise, and hear about what they like in the city. It was just interesting too to hear more about their life stories and challenges and everything, and it was really inspiring. And then you were all just there working towards a common goal. It was a wonderful experience. I definitely would recommend volunteering with God's Love We Deliver. I will put their website in my description box if you guys are interested. I definitely want to go back at some point. And just so cool the thought that they put into each of the clients' meal kits that we were putting together, and it was really down to the details, obviously keeping in mind their dietary restrictions, but even she was like, oh, make sure to be really careful about if you're putting in 2 breakfasts, put 1 of each so that they don't have the same thing for breakfast every day, which LOL, because I literally have the same thing for breakfast every day and I love that, but I get that most people are not like that. So it was just really thoughtful. And they also had so many systems in place to make sure everyone was doing the right thing. Like, there were random bag checks just to double check the bags had the right meals in them and everything, and I just thought they did such a great job. I am so glad that I heard about the organization. I encourage you, even if you don't live in New York, wherever you live, to find an organization that you care about. Give your time to them. I feel like I learned so much. It was personal growth. It was also just learning things from the people that I met there, but also it was cool to learn about the operations behind this sort of charity and what goes into it. I'd love to maybe try out a different type of shift next time I go back and not do fulfillment, just to see a different side of it. But I also really liked fulfillment, so I don't know. But I'm gonna eat this. Cheers, you guys. Watch a little YouTube video and just warm up for a little bit. I had a lovely meal, and you guys, if you know, you know. My Bergdorf Goodman ornament came in. I'm so excited. This is the one that I went for. I wanted to get one of their classic New York ones. I love this because this is the World Trade Center, which I'm always passing by, as you guys know. And then a taxi. I'm obsessed with taking photos of taxis. Because believe it or not, I feel like in Chicago, they just didn't have as many yellow taxis, so I'm still enamored by them. But I think this is so precious. It's a lot lighter than I thought it was gonna be, and honestly, like, I love Bergdorf's. I love this. It's just not as, like, high quality is a bad word. It's iconic for sure, but it's very lightweight. It doesn't feel expensive, even though this was a very expensive ornament. But I think it's gorgeous. I'm excited. I mean, I guess that's actually good, because if it falls, I don't think it's gonna break or anything, which is nice. Let's put it on the tree. I feel like my space has gotten a little messy. My tree is also, like, kind of falling. I don't know what's going on with it. Let's readjust her. I don't know what it is, guys, but it's totally leaning. Isn't it? I feel like this is so weird, but it's like top heavy. I don't know, guys, but let's just put this on. Oh my god, it doesn't even come with a thread. It doesn't come with a ribbon. That is a little weird. I think it should come with a ribbon. Isn't that weird, guys? Okay, I'm gonna have to figure this out another time, but for now, I'll just have the ornament as display. I do need to pick up my apartment though. It's kind of driving me crazy. But anyway, I'm going to end the vlog here. This was a fun day volunteering. I really do feel so, I don't know, fulfilled maybe from doing that. It was such a great activity. It's maybe not what you would think of when you think of Vlogmas or when you think of Christmas activities in New York, but I think it's the most Christmas you can get, and you don't have to be in New York to volunteer and give back. Speaking of giving back, for my giveaway today, comment your favorite organization, charity, something that's near and dear to your heart so we can all get inspo. If you guys are looking for new charities to support, whether it's with your time or your money this holiday season, I just think that would be really cool if you were able to comment a charitable organization that really means something to you and why. And if you comment that, you will be entered in to win my Vlogmas Day 4 giveaway, which is some amazing skincare from Peach and Lily. I really love this brand. Some really fun products to get to try. Also a bonus one, this glass skin veil mist and a heatless curling set. This is so fun. I couldn't get behind this because it just doesn't work with my workout schedule, but I'm like envious over everyone that can use these because it just always looks so awesome. So I'm excited for one of you to get to try out these products. And that is Vlogmas Day 4, guys. Subscribe so you don't miss my next video. Give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. And I will see you guys tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 5. Bye.